Hello everyone, I just wanted to tell you how you can start Git. So I named this session as 123 Git Start. My name is Richu and I work for Microsoft as a cloud solution architect. Here are my Twitter handles and the new blog post I have moved from MSDN blog to this personal blog. So keep visiting. So let's start. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to just go to the command prompt and run a very simple .NET command. So let's just say .NET version. So we have .NET Core 2.02 version installed in my machine, and I'll say .NET new, and I want an MVC application. Let's say MVC, and the name of the application is Web App 2. This will create the MVC .NET Core application, and once this is done, what I can just do to restore the dependencies, I can say .NET build. But before that, I just would like to go to the folder dir. Web app 2 folder is created. Cd web app 2. I clear this and I say .NET build. This will build the project, restore the dependencies. Everything will be in the folder. Right. Alright, now I want to just open it side by side in Visual Studio Code. So if I say code dot, it opens the Visual Studio Code, the same folder gets loaded, and I'm gonna keep them in side by side window. Okay, now notice here this section is for source control. Now right now it is not associated to the source control. However, if you go to the folder, if you see all the files folder, controllers, models, properties, etc., all these things are there. Now I go to the source control and I initialize the Git. So what I have done before, I have installed the Git command. So I will say Git init. Once I do that, you can see in the Visual Studio Code, the files are now identified. There are 90 files called pending changes. Now I want to add them into my Git for my Git commit. So let me say Git add dot. This will go ahead and add that into the Git list, and I say Git commit -m first commit. And once this is done, this is committed, all fine. And now what I'm going to do is I am going to log in to my Git repo in the GitHub. So which is the distributed online thing. So let me log in using my credential and create a repo. Yep. And then I say okay, cool. Now I'm gonna go ahead and then create a repo. Let me give a name web app 2. Okay, and then I just make it a public and I create a repo. As soon as I create a repo, the GitHub gives me a couple of options. Now I did run these three things already, which means it is under my local Git repo working fine. Now I want to push the code in the GitHub. So to do that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to my command prompt, run this, and you can see that once I have done the git commit, all the pending changes are now gone. You don't see the pending changes anymore in the Visual Studio Code file. Now let me paste the URL, and this will just add this Git repo into the GitHub. Now next command I need to do is that I need to say git push origin master. So it will then go to the master branch, and it'll ask me few things. Credential to login. So the username for the GitHub. Okay, and let me say Perry. If everything is fine, then it's gonna go ahead and push. So you can see that it is happening. While it is happening, I can just open this portal and do a F5, and if I refresh this, you'll be able to see the files getting added over here. So let me just open them side by side. Now you can see all the files are now coming with a command as first commit, right? So things are working as expected. All right. So this is how you can do 1, 2, 3 git start. Just to remind you, what you all need to do is that you need to point toward folder, say git init, that's the first command, and then say git add dot, which will basically shelve your changes, and then you push the commit to the local repository. Once that is done, you point that repository to the remote location, which is your GitHub. In this case, it is GitHub. You can use Azure DevOps or any of the Git, or even if your enterprise Git URL to point it to, and then you say git push origin. That's it, you are done. And then your regular day-to-day activity of changing code, pushing it back, create a pull request, everything works exactly as is. So with this, I want to thank you for your patience. Have a wonderful